Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I am the Senior Minister and Spiritual Director here. Currently, we are 100% virtual, which means everything's online. So check our website as we're continually updating and changing things as we move forward. We're pivoting and shifting and trying to provide everyone with content that feeds our soul, that gets our minds working and learning and growing. And if you're new to our community, I would like you to know that we are radically inclusive and spiritually progressive, which means that you are welcome here. If you have ever felt like you did not belong, you are welcome here. Spiritually progressive, we explore what's out there. We explore philosophers and religions and poetry and quantum physics. We explore all that and recognizing and knowing that there is only one thing happening here, and that is that there is the universe, spirit, God, and that energy runs through, in, and as us. And the more that I open up my heart and my mind and let that flow within, the brighter and happier and wisdom and beauty shines through me. And with that, our goal is to live in a world that works for everyone. So how good it is to be with you today. And I just open this service up knowing that it's the best service yet. I open this service up knowing that our music is spectacular, that our discussions or the content is relevant. And we just enjoy. And we just let it go and let it be. And I turn it over to Michael and Jennifer as we open up in our congregational song. Join us. Get up and dance. It's time to dance, people, and love your life. Love your life and love others. And so it is.
Good morning, Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. It is wonderful to be with you today. I'm Jennifer Russell.
I'm Michael Gale.
And we're so grateful to be helping this service move along in the music. So let's start by opening up our hearts in sweet surrender. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of love. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of love. I am opening. I am opening. let's just come into that open heart, absolutely anchor in that cosmic connection of all there is, the allness, the isness of this magnificent presence I am. I love and adore you. Oh, and let's open up our hearts to each other. Good morning, beloved. Welcome.
I can imagine.
我可以想象，
Je peux imaginer un monde.
I can imagine.
Puedo imaginarme.
Ik zie een wereld voor me.
Где мы живем, как одна глобальная семья.
ambapo tunaishi kama familia moja ya ulimwengu.
Donde hay paz, armonía y justicia.
Я бачу світ, де ми живемо відповідно до духовної правди.
I see a world where we live according to spiritual truth.
Where we value nature and creativity.
Donde sentimos el llamado hacia la acción social consciente.
Wo wir zu bewusstem sozialem Handeln aufgerufen sind.
Donde somos llamados conscientemente a la acción social.
Waarin wij allemaal geroepen worden tot sociale bewuste actie.
Де ми покликані до свідомої соціальної дії.
Ambapo tunaitwa kuchukua hatua za kijamii.
Donde la vida es honorada como la divinidad.
Where humanity awakens to its spiritual magnificence.
Où l'humanité s'éveille à sa magnificence spirituelle.
在这个世界，你爱我，我善待你。
Where people have enough food.
Où les gens ont suffisamment à manger.
Wo die Menschen genug zum Essen haben.
Donde la gente tiene suficientes alimentos.
And I am not the only one.
Na sio mimi tu.
Und ich bin nicht die Einzige.
And I am not the only one.
And I'm not the only one.
I am unbounded. I am unlimited. I am one with the one. You are unbounded. You are unlimited. You are one with the one. Let's sing it.
I'm so grateful to be able to be here with you today. It is October. It is October. Wow, can't believe it's October. But we're in the second week of October. And this whole month we are talking about cosmic connections and how we are today and always connected. But before I begin, I saw this cartoon. I'm also going to describe it for our non-sight members. So it's a cartoon of 3 cars. One car is Halloween, one car is Thanksgiving, and the third car is Christmas. And there are 3 lanes, and each lane is named October, November, and December. And all 3 cars are jammed in the fast lane over here in October. And the Halloween car says, "Hey, stay in your own lanes." And I giggle because I questioned the other day, I'm like, let's put up the Christmas tree. Because we're in this time of no time. There's time, you know, we watch the calendar go by, but it is different. It is a different way that we are participating in time. And anyway, so it was cute. And yes, even the stores, well, I shouldn't say the stores, I haven't been out in stores. My ads that come up on my computer are, you know, past Halloween and well into Christmas. So anyway, welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living on October 11th, 2020. And today's affirmation is, God is, I am, we are. So join me in saying, God is, I am, and we are. God is, I am, and we are. So God is, I am, and we are. And those 6 words really sum it up. That we know that there is one source, one presence on this universe or in this universe. And we can call it God, Spirit, Mother, Father, Allah, whatever name that we choose. And that we are inseparable from it. We are inseparable from God. We are made up of God, and we are of God and in God. We can't separate ourselves. What we can do, though, is separate our mind from the knowingness of God and accepting all of the God qualities as and embodying them in ourselves. So Ernest Holmes, our founder of Science of Mind, had this to say: we are in an infinite mind, and an infinite mind is also in us. It is by this mind that we think. This mind is eternal, therefore we are eternal. This mind is complete, therefore we are spiritually complete, though we do not appear to be so. So that's what we're talking about today. And it's really easy in this time to be separate from one another, because we have to be separate, or we choose to follow the guidelines to be separated by human to human, but we are still connected. And I think that that's what's one thing that I want to talk about that's today that is really important, is remaining that connection, that we are individually, we recognize how precious we are, but we also recognize how precious everyone else is. And that some may feel fragile, some may feel joy, some may feel sadness, but to be able to open up and be compassionate and have empathy for others around us in this time, well, really always. So this idea of connection, when I say we're all connected and we talk about, our cells and our DNA and how, a lot of it is similar, etc. But it always brings me back to the aspen trees. And in southern Utah, they spread over hundreds of acres. And what appears to be a massive grove of trees, individual trees, it turns out that there is one single tree. It's one single tree that shares this massive root system. And they are all genetically the same. So we can look at something and see see those trees as individual, and see, one tree is one tree, and count the trees. But beyond that, beyond our eyes, beyond what we can see, is this root system that it's one tree, and that connectedness of that life. What happens is if there is one part of that organism that is not doing well, say, 75 acres over here, and it needs nourishment, all the other tree parts will go to aid it, to help it renew and be revitalized. It knows to do that. It is inherently in the genetic makeup of this tree to go and help one another. And I think about that because the trees, don't have, they don't use English. I mean, I'm sure they have a form of communication, but I don't understand it. But to know that there are things out there that recognize and know to take care of one another, to take care of a part of the whole. And the other thing about this tree is the leaves are heart-shaped. So when there is a breeze, it makes a noise. It makes a noise like, they say it's like a waffle or a grumble. And it's different than any other tree. I also looked it up, and it said it's magical, and it's a tree to help you over fear, etc. So, with everything and anything, you can dive as deep as you want. But for today's purposes, that the aspen tree is all connected, and it is actually one, just as we are all connected and we are one. And that we're all a piece of God. And Desmond Tutu had this to say: we are all connected. There is only me. There is only you. There is no other. There is only we. And we all belong. We all belong. So knowing that we are one with the divine, that we are one with the only thing that there is, and that we are never alone, it almost needs to become a practice. And I've kind of started it a practice. Actually, somebody called me last week and was really, really upset and having a panic attack. So, we worked on breathing, we talked about prayer, and then we talked about this idea that we're never alone. So I can feel lonely, meaning I'm here and no one's around me. I'm lonely. But then there is another thing to be alone. And unalone, we are never alone. If we open up our heart and we open up our mind, and we recognize that Spirit, God, is always there, is always with us. So when there is this loneliness, to take a deep dive in the exploration or meditation or in reading, to bring you back to the space for you to embrace again that you are not alone. You're never alone. And if the feeling is overwhelming, reach out and connect with another human being. Connect with somebody on the phone or the computer, voice to voice, and connect and let that other voice ground you, to help you remember who you are, to remember that you're not alone, that this wave of loneliness, this too shall pass. I wish I knew when, but this too shall pass. It always does. And when you call the other person and let them, just say, I need someone to listen. And then I will listen to how you are. To allow another human being to express, and just to have somebody listen, is like golden rain that is just running down us and revitalizing and bringing us back to that core and that remembrance of who we are. Ernest Holmes had this to say: "No man ever walks life's road alone. There is ever another who walks with him. This is his inner self, the undying reality, which he personally but poorly emulates. Let us learn to be still and let that truth speak through us. Be still and know that that inner light shines." Those are Ernest's words on exactly what I was talking about. There is this inner self that is the wisdom, that is the love and the compassion and the unity and wholeness and abundance and beauty. All of those qualities. It is the perfection. It is the perfection, the actual replica of God itself that runs through, in, and as us. And to remember that and to embody that, and in those cases reaffirm your knowing that you're not alone. Last week we did a spiritual practice together, and the sound was so bad, and I apologize for that. Today should be exceptional. But I would like to do the practice again. I would like to do the practice together, because I believe it's really important now more than ever to have compassion and empathy for ourselves and for everyone else, for our brothers and our sisters and siblings, for those that we are connected with, even if we don't want to be connected, to recognize that we are in connection with that other human being. And to lay aside any differences, to lay aside the anger, the sadness, to lay all that aside as we go through this practice together. So join me and go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes and find yourself a comfortable seat. A seat where there is a chair in front of you. And invite somebody in to join you. It can be someone you love. It can be someone that you love and are in conflict with right now. It could be someone that you don't know personally. Invite that person in to sit with you. And take a deep breath with me. Deep breath in and release. A deep breath in and release. I'm going to read this out to you, and the first time, just experience it with the person that you're sitting in front of. Like me, you are seeking some happiness in your life. Like me, you are trying to avoid suffering in your life. Like me, you have known sadness. Like me, you want to be loved. Like me, you were once an innocent child. Like me, you are a spirit on a journey. I'm going to put the words up on the screen so you can join me in saying, like me, you are seeking some happiness in your life. Like me, you are trying to avoid suffering in your life. Like me, you have known sadness. Like me, you want to be loved. Like me, you were once an innocent child. Like me, you are a spirit on a journey. Close your eyes again. And I'm going to read one at a time and then repeat after me to the person that's in front of you. Like me, you are seeking some happiness in your life. Like me, you are trying to avoid suffering in your life. Like me, you have known sadness. Like me, you want to be loved. Like me, you were once an innocent child. Like me, you are a spirit on a journey. That at the core is recognizing our connection, is recognizing that us as human beings want the same thing. We want happiness. We want to be happy. So thank the person in front of you for coming forth, and thank yourself for being brave enough to call whoever you did in this conversation. Because we are one. We are in connection. And I've been doing that practice all week. I've been doing that practice because it helps me when I do need to go out to the store, as an example, that I remember that connection. I remember that we all want to be able to have enough money to keep a roof over our head. So when that essential worker is grumpy, or when that essential worker doesn't meet my eyes to their eyes, I actually cut them some slack. I cut myself some slack. So here we are, and to remember who we are, who we're not, and to let go of any of those old stories that no longer serve us, and to work on continuing to embody and grow our relationship with the divine. To grow our relationship, whether it's in meditation, contemplation, just sitting in the beingness, and to just allow yourself to explore the word compassion. What does compassion mean to you? And you can start off by, looking up in the dictionary and using your mind to get a definition of what that is. And as you contemplate, allow your heart to open, allow your ears to open, and really hear what's happening around you. Hear what's happening or what's coming out of your mouth. And is there anything that I can do as I'm listening and as I'm opening my heart and saying, what is compassion? How can I be more compassionate? Is there an action step of something for me to do? Is that action step to hold the peace and the presence within me and let it shine out to others? Mother Teresa said, if we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. We've forgotten. And in this time where things have slowed down for most of us, where things have slowed down, take this precious gift we've been given, even if it doesn't feel like it's a gift, but the gift side of time, and reach out and connect. So as in compassion and connection here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, for the last couple years, we have done a coat drive or a supply drive for the homeless youth that are enrolled in Ventura County School District. And last year there were 7,500 children from kindergarten to 12th grade. This year I don't know how many kids, but regardless of being in a pandemic, everyone deserves a warm coat or a warm sweatshirt. So we are starting our drive up again. And I think on the last Saturday of this month, which happens to be Halloween, more information to come, but we will have a drive-through through the parking lot where you can pass out your window, a bag of coats, and we give you some sort of treat. And if you aren't one that's getting out, go through your closet and see if you have anything that you're ready to give forward. And if you are home and you're not going out and about and you have nothing else to give, you are welcome to give monies and put in the memo that it is for our youth coat drive. And we'll take care of the shopping. Or you can jump on online, make a purchase, and have the package delivered to our P.O. box in Camarillo. We go there once a week. So we are continuing to serve and give in our community. We serve and give to one another, and then we serve and give further out. So this week is all about recognizing our oneness and our cosmic connections and the beauty in it. And mystically, it's fabulous. And to sit in that presence and to know how we're connected is just amazing. And then to take the second step, the action step, and actually work on becoming a bigger believer in that, and showing up in a world where when it feels like you don't want to be compassionate, that you're compassionate anyway. So that's that for today. I've enjoyed having you with us. I look forward to when we meet again. And with that, if you will join me in prayer. So just get settled in, close your eyes if you want, leave them open, prayer works anyway. Prayer always works. So I take a deep breath in. How grateful I am to be in the presence of such fabulous human beings. I'm so grateful to come together today and recognize the cosmic connections between all of us, the cosmic connections between animals and trees and human beings, and taking a leap of faith if there's unsureness, if it's true fact, but to explore and expand in this idea of connections, that I am here, but I am also here for you. So this greatness, this overflowing emotion of being connected to the only thing that there is, to know that I am never alone. I may be lonely, but I am never alone. That I am guided and guarded and fueled and revitalized by my practice and my contemplation of the only thing that there is. It brings joy to my heart. My heart sings. My mind expands. And I listen. I listen around me to hear what I need to know. So I know for each and every person here today and on this planet that we are all on our own spiritual journey. And our own spiritual journey with its ups and downs, that we are embraced and connected and with the only thing that there is. That knowing that makes my day better. Knowing that makes my laughter a little harder. Knowing that makes my peace and compassion just overflow that much more. I am grateful. So I know for each and every person here today in relationship, that our relationships are growing and prospering and exactly the way that I am reflecting out. So I have good and strong relationships. I know right here and right now that all of our needs are met, that my abundance is overflowing. And in that overflow, I give out. I'm compassionate and I give. I give to things that spiritually feed me and areas in which I want to see a world that works for everyone. And as our body temples, I know that they're working in divine right action. That if there is something that is not normal, that my body is smart enough to know how to change and maneuver to have it working in its best order. I know all of that to be true. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for this teaching. I'm so grateful for prayer. I'm so grateful for being in such a loving community, in a community where our love is portable. Our love is portable and our compassion is portable. So I just relax in that goodness. I relax in that love. I relax knowing, just as Emma Curtis Hopkins said, my good is my God and my God is my good. And I am not alone. I cherish my relationship that I have with the divine. And with that, we know when we speak our prayer that it is already answered. So we just let it go and we let it be. For it is already done in the mind of God. And as our affirmation for the day, God is, I am, we are. God is, I am, we are. God is, I am, we are. And together we say, and so it is, Amen. Fantastic. See you next week. Love ya. Now it's time for conscious giving. So join me with a deep breath. So present here now, if you have a gift to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living today, please hold that amount up to your heart. And join me in saying, this gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And one more time. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. If you'd like to know how to give to the center, you can send monies to our P.O. box. You can do text to give, or we're also online with PayPal. If you have any questions, please contact the office at 805-484-1137. Blessings.
It has been a joy to be with you today. Something wonderful is happening through you and through me all of the time. Let's celebrate that together as we close this service today. And I just want to put a big thank you out to practitioners and Reverend Kristen for a wonderful service today. Get up and dance!